We just
You're
wrapped.
crazy.
What'd you say?
We'll cut you. So crazy.
So we just wrapped shooting our second little mini series. We did communists at the Democratic presidential debate.
Revolutionaries.
Yeah, metrosexual communist revolutionaries at the
Whatever
Democratic. We were fashionable communists, and then we were Trump supporters today. We were Trumpers.
Oh, Trumpers. Fellow Trumpers.
We were Trumpers. We just wanted to take a second and be completely serious.
Oh, sure.
Cause this is actually this was bothering both of us.
Mm-hmm.
So the purpose of the series wasn't to trigger, well, kind of. It wasn't to target one side or the other. We were purely just making fun of both Democrats and Republicans. It wasn't like we were targeting one group over the other. We just wanted to make light of certain extremes that we felt that both parties were headed to and that can be seriously dangerous for the country. But the thing is, we both realize this, I think. We're not liberals, we're not conservatives.
I'm not even American.
Exactly. Carlos isn't even American, right?
Yeah.
So we're, for the most part, both of our viewpoints are straight down the middle. Honestly, we have both conservative and liberal viewpoints.
But here's the deal.
Yeah.
At least I'm more afraid of talking about my conservative views with my liberal friends
Right.
than talking about my liberal views with my conservative friends.
Right.
There's something wrong with, I guess liberal, that's such a broad
term.
term. What's wrong with liberals, though, is that it seems that nowadays they get triggered so easily,
Yeah.
and then they become violent, just like that.
Yeah.
And I actually got to experience that.
You did.
When we were at the Democratic primaries, and when
The
we were
debate,
at
the Democratic debate, yeah.
and when we were at the Trump rally, I never, even though I'm brown, I'm Mexican. There's no way to hide the fact that I'm not white.
Right.
So even then, though, the only group that actually got to attack me was the liberal ones, or the liberals. The actual Trump supporters, they were pretty chill, talking about their views and the things that they don't actually agree with. They were calm, and I guess that's the scary part. I fear that the Democrats, the liberals, are actually handing over the 2020 election in a silver platter.
They are.
Yeah. They make it so it's so easy to hate the liberals and the Democrats because they're so annoying.
Oh no, they are.
They are aggressive. They're hostile to everyone.
Oh no, and that's the thing that really pissed both of us off was that. And the thing is, we went in this with the open mind, but we were harassed mostly by liberals.
That's true.
We were literally harassed by liberals at both places. And the fact that they hold signs that say whatever, peace, love, freedom, whatever, and then they attack other people's viewpoints. Listen, okay, we both agree that you should criticize the other side, but for you to want to physically harm someone else or harass someone else because of their viewpoints, that's not okay. It doesn't matter what side you're on, that's not okay. All right, so the thing is that you gotta remember, we've been to countries that if you do this stuff, if you protest, if you express your political views that aren't in line with the current regime, you will get thrown in jail and you might get killed. True. We've been to those places. Carlos has experienced it more so than I have, but we've both been to those places. So the fact that you want to sit there and protest is fantastic. Do it. Yep. Criticize the other side. But when someone walks through with an opposition t-shirt, don't you dare attack them. Don't you dare, because that is exhibiting those countries that we visited where it's not okay to express the other viewpoint. What you should do is you should have a conversation with the other side and try to relate to them. That's how we progress as a society.
That is true.
The fact that you want to go there and attack people, that's not okay. It doesn't matter if you're for Donald Trump, it doesn't matter if you're for the Democratic Party. Like, it doesn't matter what the other side, what you think the other side represents. The fact that you want to go and attack someone for their political viewpoints is not okay, because that's what's dangerous. If there is no opposition party, we will never progress as a society. We need the opposition party. All right, it's a fact. I don't care how much you hate Donald Trump. Okay, I don't care how much you hate the Democratic Party. We need them. We need them. Because if we don't have them, we will never progress as a society, because then you're locked in the same fucking viewpoint over and over and over again. And this is mostly directed to the liberals because of our experience, all right? Yeah. Because we were harassed by them, and that's so disheartening. Like, that is so disheartening.
Like, they keep telling how, like, down in Mexico, all you hear on the news is that the Republicans are racist, that the Trump supporters are racist. They might be, I don't know. What I can tell you, though, from my own personal experience is that they were so nice.
Yeah.
And the only moment of actual, I would say racism, I don't know if it was racism, was by liberals aimed at me. There was this dude screaming at me with the freaking
megaphone
in my ear. Like, you're brown, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I know.
Like, no Trump supporter ever called me a brown person.
I know.
Like, what the hell?
I know.
And you know what pisses me the most? Like, coming from Mexico, that you Americans, you don't know how lucky you are. Because you actually have freedom.
Yeah.
You have. And you're, like, I mean, not all of you, but some of you, like those liberal dudes, they're always complaining.
Oh my God.
They're always complaining.
And the thing is, we're not saying that your viewpoints aren't valid. Like, we're saying to express your viewpoints. What we're saying is, don't try to limit the opinions of the other party, because that's what's dangerous. Like you guys don't understand how one party states actually operate. Like, it's terrifying. It is fucking terrifying, and we are speaking from experience, all right? Because we've lived through that shit before, all right? It's fucking terrifying, and that's not what you should do in order to progress a society further along. And you shouldn't be polarizing the endpoints of the political spectrum. I don't care who's in office. I don't care. You should use values from both sides. You're never gonna do the best for everyone, but you are able to provide the most good for a majority of the people all the time. But you'll never provide all the good for all the people all the time. You can't. It's impossible. But if you work together, you will still be able to progress society forward to a better point than you were before, when you originally took office, or when the previous politician was voted in. And that's what we're trying to say. Yeah. We're trying to say, compromise with each other. Don't freaking attack each other.
Yep.
You know, criticize, do it. But don't fucking attack someone personally, because that's fucked up. And that's what's dangerous, and that's what we're trying to tell.
Remember what happened last week? Like, this guy just attacked one of the detention centers.
Exactly.
With a firearm and firebombs. Like, what the hell? We know that detention centers are bad. Like, we get that. I get that as a Mexican. I actually work with refugees. I know how awful the conditions are.
Exactly.
But you can't have people like AOC inciting violence. Like, she was, I don't know about you, but I feel that she was responsible for that attack.
I know.
For the things that she said.
About the detention, I know.
Just don't fucking attack people.
I know. Be careful at directing violence toward other people.
Definitely.
But if you feel like you're in a situation where violence is directed at you with words, walk away.
Yeah.
Like, fucking walk away.
Don't get triggered.
Yeah, don't get triggered and start something that escalates into something physical.
Better. You know what hurts me the most? I come from an academic background. Like, most of my colleagues are PhDs in social sciences or humanities. And they are supposed to be some of the most educated people in the country. And they act like 5-year-olds.
I know.
Like, just be the better person and just walk away from it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to fight it, you can fight it through other means. Like you can write, but don't fucking incite violence.
If you compromise with people, you'll always achieve a better outcome than if you fight with each other. And that's all we wanted to say.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Because we were frustrated. We were really frustrated today.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we were walking through the protest at the Trump convention. I had a mic, and my first time I was walking through, I just got surrounded. We didn't even interview him. I didn't ask any questions. I'm just wearing a Trump t-shirt, Trump hat, walked through, got immediately surrounded. Carlos did the same thing. A guy literally was pushing him out. He said that you're brown, like, how can you support this, or whatever he said. Like, what?
What does my skin's color has to do with who I support?
Exactly. And like, that's ridiculous. Like, it should never get to that. So please be mindful of each other. Like, that's all we have to say.
Yeah.